Part 1. The Journey Begins. Once upon a time, in a small town, there was a young girl named Emily. Emily was 10 years old, and she loved stories. She read all the books in her town's small library. But there was one problem. Most of the interesting books were in English, and Emily didn't know how to read English well. Emily decided she wanted to learn English. She dreamed of reading her favorite stories in English, watching English movies without subtitles, and talking to new friends from different countries. She knew it wouldn't be easy, but she believed she could do it. One sunny morning, Emily went to her grandmother, who was very wise and knew many things. She asked, "Grandma, how can I learn English easily and quickly?" Her grandmother smiled and said, "Emily, learning a new language is like planting a tree. It needs time, care, and patience. But if you follow some simple steps, you will see progress every day." Let me tell you how. Emily listened carefully as her grandmother shared her wisdom. Step 1. Start with basics. First, you need to learn the basics. Her grandmother said, "You should start with simple words and phrases. Use flashcards with pictures and words. This way, you can remember them easily. For example, learn words like apple, dog, house, and car. Practice saying them aloud." Emily took her grandmother's advice. She made flashcards and practiced every day. She also put labels on things around her house with their English names. Soon, she could say many words without thinking. Step 2. Listen and repeat. Next, her grandmother continued, listen to English every day. Watch children's shows or listen to simple songs in English. Repeat what you hear. This will help you understand how words sound and how sentences are made. Emily loved this step because she enjoyed singing and watching cartoons. She watched her favorite shows in English and sang along with English songs. She repeated the words and tried to say them just like the characters in the shows. Step 3. Practice speaking. Speaking is very important. Her grandmother said, "Find someone to practice speaking with. If you don't have anyone, talk to yourself in the mirror or record your voice. Don't be afraid of making mistakes. The more you practice, the better you will get." Emily was shy at first, but she started talking to her mirror. She pretended she was having a conversation with a friend. She also recorded her voice and listened to it. She noticed that she was getting better every day. Step 4. Read simple stories. Reading is a wonderful way to learn, her grandmother told her. Start with simple stories in English. You can read children's books or short stories. Don't worry if you don't understand every word. Try to guess the meaning from the pictures and the story. Emily borrowed simple English books from the library. She read them slowly, using a dictionary to look up new words. She enjoyed reading the stories and felt proud when she finished a book. Step 5. Write every day. Writing helps you remember what you've learned. Her grandmother said, "Write a diary in English. Start with simple sentences. Write about your day, your friends, or your dreams. You can also write letters to imaginary friends. Emily bought a notebook and started writing a diary. At first, she wrote short sentences like "Today is sunny" or "I have a dog." But as she practiced more, her sentences became longer and more interesting. Emily followed these steps every day. She was determined and never gave up. She knew learning a new language took time, but she was excited about her progress. She felt a little more confident each day. One day, while she was reading a simple English book, she thought, maybe there are more ways to make learning English fun and easy. I should ask my grandmother again. With this thought, Emily decided to visit her grandmother the next day. She wanted to learn more secrets to mastering English quickly and easily. Part 2, where Emily discovers more exciting tips and tricks to learn English quickly and easily. Part 2, the secrets unfold. The next day, Emily walked to her grandmother's house with a big smile on her face. She was eager to learn more. Her grandmother welcomed her warmly and asked, "How is your English learning going, Emily?" Emily replied, "It's going well, Grandma. I can say many words, understand simple shows, and even write in my diary. But I want to learn more. Can you tell me more ways to learn English easily and quickly?" Her grandmother nodded and said, "Of course, Emily. There are many more ways to make learning English fun and effective. Let's explore them together." Step 6. Join an English club. Find a group of people who are also learning English, her grandmother suggested. Joining an English club can help you practice speaking and listening. You can share your experiences, play games, and learn together. If there isn't one in your town, you can join an online English club. Emily loved this idea. She found an English club at her school and joined it. Every week, she and her friends played English games, acted out short plays, and told stories. She also found online groups where she could chat with other learners from different countries. Step 7. Use technology. Technology can be a great tool for learning, her grandmother said. There are many apps and websites designed to help people learn English. You can play language games, watch videos, and even have conversations with native speakers. Emily downloaded a few language learning apps on her tablet. She played word games, watched video lessons, and even talked to an English-speaking friend through an app. She enjoyed using technology to learn and found it very helpful. Step 8. Immerse yourself in English. Surround yourself with English as much as you can, her grandmother advised. Change the language on your phone and computer to English. Listen to English radio stations or podcasts. Watch English movies and TV shows with English subtitles. Emily changed the language settings on her devices to English. At first, it was a bit challenging, but she quickly got used to it. She also found English podcasts about topics she loved, like animals and space. Listening to these podcasts helped her improve her listening skills. Step 9. Make English friends. Making friends who speak English is very helpful. Her grandmother said, "You can practice speaking with them and learn new words and phrases." You can find English-speaking friends in your town, at school, or online. Emily decided to be brave and talk to the English-speaking kids at her school. She also made friends with some kids from other countries through online forums. They chatted about their favorite books, movies, and hobbies. Emily was excited to learn new slang and expressions from her friends. Step 10. Set goals and reward yourself. Set small goals for yourself, her grandmother suggested. For example, learn 5 new words each day or read 1 English story every week. When you reach your goals, reward yourself with something you like a treat or a fun activity. Emily set goals for herself and wrote them in her diary. She rewarded herself with a piece of chocolate or extra playtime when she reached her goals. This made learning English more fun and motivating. Step 11. Practice, practice, practice. Remember, practice is the key to success. Her grandmother said, "The more you practice, the better you will become." Don't be afraid to make mistakes. Mistakes are a part of learning. Keep practicing, and you will see great improvement. Emily practiced every day. She spoke, listened, read, and wrote in English as much as she could. She also reviewed what she had learned to make sure she remembered it well. Step 12. Stay positive and patient. Finally, stay positive and patient, her grandmother advised. Learning a language takes time and effort. Sometimes it may feel difficult, but don't give up. Believe in yourself and keep going. You will reach your goal. Emily took her grandmother's words to heart. She stayed positive and patient, even when she faced challenges. She reminded herself that every step forward was progress, no matter how small. Months passed, and Emily's English improved a lot. She could read her favorite books in English, watch movies without subtitles, and talk to her friends easily. She was proud of herself and grateful for her grandmother's advice. One day, Emily's school announced an English storytelling contest. Emily decided to participate. She wrote a story about her journey of learning English and shared all the tips and tricks she had learned from her grandmother. On the day of the contest, Emily stood in front of her classmates and teachers. She was a little nervous, but also excited. She took a deep breath and began her story. Once upon a time, there was a young girl named Emily who loved stories. Emily's story was a big hit. Everyone clapped and cheered. She won the first prize and received a beautiful book as a reward. But the best reward for Emily was the joy of learning and sharing her knowledge with others. Emily continued to learn and grow. She knew that learning a language was a lifelong journey, and she was excited to see where it would take her next. She was grateful for her grandmother's wisdom and proud of her hard work. And so, Emily's story became an inspiration for many other children in her town. They all started learning English with enthusiasm, following the steps that Emily shared. The town became a place where children loved to learn and explore new languages. The end. I hope you enjoyed Emily's story and found it helpful for your English learning journey. Remember, learning a language is an adventure. Keep practicing, stay positive, and have fun along the way.